Hello everyone! I have another journal with me video today, but this one's going to be a little bit different because I'm going to be journaling about my virtual life in Animal Crossing. For those of you who aren't familiar, Animal Crossing is a video game that was created by Nintendo, and back in March they released the newest version of the game, Animal Crossing New Horizons. The game has become really popular, and I think it's because it's such an easy game to get into. It's so fun and relaxing, and really anyone can play it. And so I think that's why the game has become popular among people of all different ages and experience levels. So just to give a little bit of background on the game, your character arrives to a deserted island, and you get to develop it into pretty much whatever you want. You get to build a house for yourself, you can open up shops, you get to open up a museum, you can fish, catch bugs, and you also get to invite animals to come live on your island as villagers. To start off this little Animal Crossing section in my journal, I printed out the Animal Crossing logo, and I also printed out pictures of two of the characters from the game, Isabelle and Tom Nook. Because the game is so fun and colorful, I wanted to incorporate a lot of color onto this page, and I decided to do that by adding in a bunch of washi tapes. I picked out a few washi tapes that I thought went well with the Animal Crossing theme. I incorporated some floral washi tapes because there are a bunch of flowers that grow on your island in Animal Crossing. I also chose a road washi tape because you get to build paths in the game as well. I just layered those washi tapes next to each other to create a colorful background for my title. I layered the Animal Crossing logo on top of the washi tape, and then I added Isabelle on the left and Tom Nook on the right, and I kind of imagine that they're standing next to a welcome sign and they're welcoming you into this Animal Crossing themed section of the book. To print out these elements, I just used some regular copy paper and my office printer, but I also wanted to print out some screenshots from the game, and I wanted them to be a little bit higher quality, so I decided to use my photo printer, and I wanted to show you how I print photos using my Canon Selfie. I've had this photo printer for several years and it's really held up well. You're able to print photos straight from your phone and it prints out 4x6 photos. I'm usually able to print more than one picture per print, especially if I'm going to be including it in my journal. I don't need them to be that big. So in this case, I was able to print 2 photos at once, and I'm usually able to print 4 photos at once. So the photo that I printed out on the top is actually a screenshot from my first day playing the game. And as you can see, my island is pretty bland and empty, kind of boring. And then we have the picture on the bottom, which was taken more recently. That screenshot features the entrance into my island, and as you can tell, the island is much improved. I've done some landscaping and decorating, and I've also upgraded my wardrobe. So these 2 photos kind of act as a before and after shot. I really like having these 2 photos side by side because it really captures the progress that I've made so far. To decorate the page, I added this really cute animal style washi tape on the bottom, and then on top I wrote out New Horizons, and underneath of that I wrote Comfy Club, which is the name of my island. Then I glued in the picture and added a little piece of washi tape to decorate, and I did the same thing with the second photo. And then I added some captions which says day 1 on the island and then day 44 on the island, so that you know how much time has passed between the 2 photos. One thing that I really enjoyed throughout this journaling session was that I was feeling inspired to incorporate a lot of color because of course the game is really colorful, and I feel like recently I've been going for more neutral tones, and so I was really happy to sort of step out of that and try out a different style, something that's a little more cute and cartoony. I really like experimenting with different styles, and I feel like this was a great opportunity to do that. For the next page, I wanted to dedicate the entire page to some of my villagers. I went through and picked out my favorite photos with some of my villagers. I actually have 8 villagers, but I only have photos with 5 of them, so I'm only including 5 here today. And I'm basically just arranging the photos on the page and figuring out where I want to place them. I wanted this page to express the different personalities and interests of each of my villagers. I kind of view it as sort of like a yearbook page, so each villager has its own little section, and I'm going to decorate it in a way that fits their personality and kind of write about my interactions with them and things that I've learned about them just through playing the game. I wanted to create a title for this page that says My Villagers. I was inspired by the Animal Crossing font and I wanted to imitate that. So I went online and looked up that font, and I found a picture of each of the different letters and how they're written in that font. So I did my best to replicate that using my colored pencil. So I first sketched the outline for each letter, and I made sure to space all the letters out evenly. And then I went back in to color it in and create thicker strokes. Now I'm adding in a little bit of journaling for each villager. I found these colorful gel pens that I haven't used in a while, and I thought they would be perfect for this spread. The first villager that we have is Alice. She's a really cute koala, and she really likes to sniff flowers, so I doodled in some flowers next to her picture. Each of the villagers has a personality type, and Alice's personality is normal, which is why I wrote she's one of my normal villagers. The next character is Sherb. He has a lazy personality type, so I drew a bunch of Z's around him because he's always sleeping. But then I realized I put the Z too close to his name and it looked like his name is Sherbs, so I just covered that up using a little sticker. Next we have Fauna. She's my newest villager, so I don't know a lot about her personality yet. She is a little baby deer, and she's so adorable. When I first saw her, I just knew I had to convince her to move to my island. I then attempted to draw the Animal Crossing leaf logo, but it didn't turn out quite right, so I ended up covering it with a sticker later on. The next villager is Flora. She's a pink ostrich, and in this photo we're sitting outside of her house. When Flora first moved to my island, I wasn't really sure if I liked her very much. She was always nice to me, but I felt like she was being kind of fake. She would always give me backhanded compliments, so I was very skeptical of her. But over time, she's grown on me, and I think she's become a little bit nicer, so now I do really like her as a villager. She's really active and likes to run around a lot, and the way she runs is really amusing to watch. I doodled some pink crowns because that fits her personality, and we also had some conversations about crowns. And finally, we have my last villager, Flo. Flo is a penguin, and she's actually the first villager to move to my island, so I feel a lot of loyalty towards her. She is a very musical villager. She loves to sing, and she also dreams of being a star. So I drew a bunch of stars around her, and I also drew some little music notes, and I used purple because her house is also purple. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, even if you don't play Animal Crossing. If you do play, let me know in the comments below which villagers you have on your island. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching!